I don't know what it is with drag, but whenever I'm in a rush, something ends up missing.
Yeah. Like, we always have to count for, like, something going wrong or, like, something that you forgot at home.
Like
or
that, the light that I lost, I might as well put it on a fucking milk carton.
Yeah.
Like,
Where the fuck is
missing. Please help.
Have you checked my booty hole?
You know what? It might actually be there. I'll stick it up.
I'm a hot mess. I am icky sticky. I belong in the trash where I'm gonna party.
Hello, welcome to the podcast. Hi, Salty. How are you?
This is a sign. We're talking about signs.
What are we talking about today?
Signs are the freaky deaky signs.
Freaky deaky stuff.
Signs.
Freaky deaky stuff. So like first off, I'd love to know, do you believe in God?
Okay. That's a loaded question right off the bat. I love it. Okay, I think I believe in a power.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I believe in like an energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that energy can like manifest itself in like many different ways based on like people's perceptions and how they grew up and like how they view the world and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe what has happened with like different religions that have like come up and stuff like that. But for me, especially as like a queer person, it's like hard to.
It's hard. You know, when you have religious people telling you that you're going to hell just for like existing and stuff,
yeah.
You know, because obviously we all know it's a choice to be gay, you know. So when we were born, we chose that.
I'm actually choosing right now.
No, but some people like our whole existence to them is evil and stuff. And to that I have to say, well, if God created all of us, why would He make some of us defective and stuff? You know, it ain't like that.
Like in a factory where like those defective like jacket boxes that are
like deformed Barbie.
Deformed
cross each Barbie. So I don't believe in like Jesus or God, but I do believe in like.
You don't believe in Jesus? He's out there right now.
Oh yeah. My Uber's here. So I believe that, like, I believe in a God, just not like the God, you know? Yeah. And at the end of the day, like, realistically, none of the religion, there's so many different religions and they all believe they're right. Only one of them could technically be right. But what I think is that we're all just like praying to the same God. And it's just like that universal life force. It's just you know, so I'm spiritual, but I don't believe in God. Like I believe in like
in something. There's something that's flowing like through you every single like minute of the day. You know, and it's like flowing into you and what you give out into like the universe and like what's around you. That's how that energy flows. And that energy, like I feel like we're like a lightning rod for energies. You know what I mean? We attract it. We're no matter like what we're attracting. It could be like negative. It could be positive. No matter what it is, we're attracting it. And the energy that we take in is neutral. Mm-hmm. And then we decide how the energy gets distributed.
Yeah. I feel like that's how that's like, you know, I mean, like we've spent a lot of time cheering each other on and all in the name of like manifesting, you know, you're like, I'm manifesting this new apartment for you this year.
Yeah. And you did it.
We got it. Yeah. So it was like, it was a combination of you, it was a combination of me, it was a combination of like all these things, but like, I feel it's all like interwoven in some sort of like, you know, quote unquote, God's plan. So when I think God's plan is a thing, but like not necessarily like, you know, the Bible.
Sorry. Yeah.
Tits are and us are always out. Are you
like that? You like
I like
my
that.
makeup tits?
You got like a no, you got.
I have a chest.
An A is still a bit of boob though.
Yeah.
What do you?
I'm working on it.
Is there like a size for completely flat?
Maybe like a 0.
A 0?
You are size nothing.
you are nothing. You're nothing.
You are nothing.
Like size 0, the actual size itself. It's like you don't exist. Like we didn't start at 1 as our first size. We started at like non-existent. You're so skinny, you don't exist, and then it becomes.
Oh my God.
And then they
maybe that's why you don't see God, because he's so skinny.
He's actually here right now. He's paper thin, committing to a summer body, and we can't even see him right now.
He's a skinny legend.
God's a size 0 for sure.
God's a size 0.
Is there like a negative 0? Because like 0's like some models and stuff are like 0.
Yeah. I actually have a question about that. So, modeling.
Yes,
Right?
I am.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So when it comes to like modeling and stuff, I remember back in the 2000s, which by the way, Y2K themed.
Yes, yeah, we're if you're on YouTube, you'll see that we are in full drag and we are Y2K style. Because we have 2 shows this weekend that are Y2K themed, so we thought we would just be like millennium sluts.
Yeah. Like mine doesn't really have a theme. It's more so like what like Sierra would wear, or like Gwen Stefani or something.
Yeah, you
like
got
that.
the baggy pants.
I have the here. I'm gonna actually stand up because I stoned them.
Stand up, take a bow.
They're all
like turn around and take a bow.
Turn around. What do you mean?
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah, the ass. Yeah.
Yeah, you want a little bow.
And you're
it's so cute.
It's a V. What's the V for?
Oh, it's an Aries. It's Aries.
I thought I meant virgin.
Yeah, definitely.
Your whole look really says virgin, doesn't it?
And so mine's not based off of anything. It's just based off of like the era, whereas yours is based off of the mask.
I'm actually going for Quasimodo today. I am deformed. I am ugly.
Jim Carrey, that would be a really fucking fun like drag outfit. Jim Carrey in the mask.
Oh my god, Jim Carrey in drag. I think we need a little bit of that.
Jim Carrey, if you're watching this, which you obviously are,
he's diddling himself.
Jim Carrey, if you're fingering yourself and using a fleshlight at the same time, then by all means, let us put you in drag.
Honestly, I would love that. Like just like put a
celebrity in drag. That would be iconic.
Yeah, like a really open-minded, fun celebrity, or especially like a comedian like Jim Carrey. I think that would be like so funny. He's so ridiculous. I see some similarities of myself and my like physical comedy when I'm on stage and stuff.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, right?
Because he's his facial expressions, his everything is just like so animated and out there that it's like I just want to see him do all of that in drag.
I do too. I think, the Grinch was drag, if you think about it.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Imagine him in like the slutty, like dragged up Grinch like looks that people do. Or like Boa's like, what is it? Her Grissy.
Her Grissy? Oh my god.
She has like an actual like Grinch pussy that she reveals in her costume called the Grissy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be it. I would love to see that happen. But more importantly, like really glamorous, cute,
like a
sexy.
Yeah, like a glam, funny, campy, kind of like I love those kind of looks. Like very Ben de la Creme. Like you know how like hers are very.
Or like what if he was in like your drag, like just the most like fierce.
Turn into
like,
Saltina, that'd be fucking hilarious.
But then like opens his mouth and is like that.
Have you seen that girl on TikTok? She literally has Jim Carrey's face. It's so weird, and she does like his like mannerisms.
Oh yeah, I love her. Oh my gosh, so
I am obsessed with her. Like so good.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I look at her, I'm like, am I a bad actress? Am I bad at drag? Like, she's just so fucking good. Mm-hmm. Like, I literally looked at that and I'm like, that's like real talent right there.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what
I was
else
like, do I even have it? Looking at that, do I got it?
You know what else is so weird? You know how like there are some people like around the world, I know, shocker. Like there are some people around the world who like are not related whatsoever, but they look the exact same.
I actually think about that often.
Weird?
I would love to find that person.
I want to find my doppelganger.
Yeah.
I do.
Apparently there's a few of them in the world. Like that there's a few people in the world out there that like look like exactly like you. Like I think the number is like 8 or something.
What?
Yeah.
That's so weird because I guess our gene pool can't be that.
Do you believe in hell?
Do I believe in hell? Maybe I'm in it. This is hell. Not this podcast, but like the world right now.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's a lie. But I think I believe in just like how I mentioned with like the energy that you kind of like reflect and like refract that goes through you, and then you choose what energy is given to other people, and then
it comes back to you, and you spend an eternity roasting
honestly,
in the fires of hell.
I'm gonna get like real existential for a sec.
Yeah.
So I'm almost 30, right? I don't know if this happened to you while like you were 30 as well, but I'm having like existential thoughts that I've never really had before. Like I remember that one.
I think that's part of your Saturn return.
Yeah, I think so. But at the same time, like when I first turned, I think it was like 4 or 5, and I realize that people are going to die. You know, like I realized, I don't know if you had like that realization. Everybody does, but it's like people react to it like a little differently. I remember being at the park with my mom. And I remember looking up at the clouds. And I never met my grandpa before because he passed away before I was born, like a year before I was born. But I still feel very like connected to him. I feel like I knew him. I feel like I'm gonna give goosebumps. I feel like I knew him, and I feel like I know his like personality. I feel like he cared for me. I feel like he knows me. It's really weird. I've never felt that before with anybody who I like don't know.
Yeah.
But I really like I'm connected to him. So I remember looking up at the clouds, and I was.
Do you think you're gonna see him in hell?
Yeah. He's running it. He's like, welcome home!
I looked up in the clouds and I said, I'll never see you up there and go to hell.
Yeah, literally. No, but, and I have to think about it too, because like when I was 5 years old, that was the start of my life, right? But it was like the middle.
You were born at 5 years old.
Yeah. But like the start of like my conscious life looking around.
Oh, really? And you remember that far back? Because
I remember.
I certainly don't.
I'm going to tell you my first memory that I have.
Okay.
It's
Your very first memory?
My very first memory. It's weird. It's weird, bitch.
Imagine.
So I'm gonna finish this one first because this is good. But
finish.
So, but yeah, you want to finish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
You finish you, and then I'll finish me, and then we'll finish each other.
yeah. As the podcast still goes. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so
that's why you're all gathered here today.
to finish us.
Yeah.
So I remember looking up at the clouds and talking with my mom, and my mom was like, you know, talking about my grandpa, but you know, at that time. Didn't know who my grandpa was, had no idea about his existence that much, but it had only been like 5-6 years since he passed away to my mom, right? So like thinking about how when I was born that my mom was like going through that loss
at the exact same time.
At the exact same time. So it's very like it's weird to like be like, oh, like my parents, my grandparents, they all had a life before me.
Our whole parents had a whole life, like our age that we're at right now. For like most people, like that was the start of our lives. But like, so if we had a kid tomorrow, it's just I know it's obvious.
I can impregnate you right now.
Yeah,
get out the turkey baster.
I've been trying to get pregnant for years. It's not working. Yeah. I've been breeding and everything.
Yeah.
I'm still trying.
I've been in this wig, and for some reason I can't get pregnant.
Yeah, you put on the wig, and that's how it all starts, right?
Oh my god. I love how you can hear like the slow release of rhinestones falling off.
Who's that? I
think they're probably both ours, to be honest. Yeah.
It's actually the worst feeling. You spend all that time rhinestoning an outfit, and then you just hear like
click, click, click. Yeah, one performance, and it's
yeah. Or like even just like putting it on, you're like clop, 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 clop. And then are we ever gonna replace the rhinestones? No.
Oh, sorry. I want to continue.
Yeah.
So, I remember looking up at the clouds, and then my mom was explaining, you know, my grandpa and stuff, and like, she was like, oh, grandpa's up there, you know, all that stuff. And then I've heard my mom talk about him before, but it didn't click until I got home. And for some reason, I was just another one fall. for some reason, I could just this is hell. That's hell.
Losing your fucking rights.
Hell is us waiting in the back room for our number, but it never starts, and all of our makeup slowly starts to melt off for eternity, and every single rhinestone starts to fall off. That's hell.
My personal hell is when I have to when I've like gone pee, I've timed out my pees before going on stage, and then like somebody like you or somebody's taking too long to talk on the mic, or maybe me, or maybe somebody, but then all of a sudden I'm like, it's time for me to go on stage, and I'm like, I have to pee right now. I don't have 15 minutes to take it all off and put it all back on. That's my personal hell. So like if I do go to hell, it'll just be like me needing to pee before I go on stage.
All these people pissing everywhere on you. Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, so I remember going back home, sitting on my couch, and being like we're all gonna die, like literally like crying,
like because you like learn about like what life and death is.
Yeah, like crying.
As a child.
And I honestly was probably younger than 5. Like I was very young. I was very I remember going into my mom's room, asking a question, going back out, crying, going back in, asking another question, going back out, crying again, and then eventually my mom was like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
And she soothed me, of course, but it's so weird to have that moment as a child.
Yeah, and learn about life and death and stuff at a time where you're pretty much sheltered from everything, I feel most parents want to give their kids this this like this life without not too much of the like realities and truths of the world yet. Like, you know, we're gonna have like so much time to deal with that as adults, you know, like you might as well like shelter them. So that's your first memory is.
No, my first memory is before.
Oh, okay.
My first memory was when my cousin Stephanie was born. So I have 3 cousins, Kelsey, Stephanie, and Megan. And Megan wasn't born yet. So I was running around my grandma's old house with my cousin, which she sold probably when I was like 5 or 6. And I remember it like the back of my hand. I remember that entire house.
Yeah.
And I remember running around with my cousin. And there's a Jesus Christ. There's a hallway right here. And then if you go around that way, there's the living room, dining room. And if you go around the other way, there's another living room. And then there's like a kind of like room over here to put your coats and stuff like that.
Okay.
And in it, and in this hallway, there's like a bathroom and stuff. And there's a kitchen over there. So we were running around just like that figure 8 kind of thing, which is funny. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Figure 8. So we were like running around that. And I remember my aunt was breastfeeding Stephanie. This would have been, and my cousin was born in 1997. So I would have been 2 years old.
And you actually remember.
And I remember running around with my cousin. I remember stopping. Like, you know when kids stop and they're like kind of like half in the splits, but they're just kind of standing there like looking? Like,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So like let's say I'm like running around. Like, you know how kids just kind of stand like this sometimes? Like that?
Like swaying.
Yeah, they're just kind of like standing like that, like swaying and stuff. So I remember standing like that. And I remember looking at my aunts and being like, and my cousin and I were like visibly like, what's she doing? So I remember being like, Annie Kim, like, what are you doing?
Your aunt's name Kim?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah. I was like, Annie Kim, like, what are you doing? And she was like, oh, I'm breastfeeding Stephanie. She's hungry. This is what happens when you have a baby. You breastfeed them. And we were like, oh. And then we just started running again.
Oh my god,
that's my earliest memory.
That's beautiful. My earliest memory is me actually crying in the back of a car. Apparently my parents used to like take me for like drives when I was like crying and having like, so we like I actually remember like being in the back of a car looking up from in the back of the station wagon, and like my tears would like distort the light coming off of the street lights. So I remember as like my first memory is like actually like noticing what happens when there's tears in your eyes and water and it reacting with light. Isn't that weird? Because then it also kind of like speak to like, you know, loving glitter and light reflection.
That does it speaks of like who you are too, because like that happened.
Right? A little cry, baby.
Yeah, you're a little fucking bitch.
Who sees the light? Who sees the light eventually?
No, but it is
and
true.
A little
like
bitch.
It's interesting because like I think my earliest memory was curiosity. Which I think speaks to like who I am as a person. And your first memory was, I don't know how to explain it, because like sadness isn't a bad thing.
Well, it was I don't remember the sadness, but I remember the beauty of the
beauty
like
of beauty in a bad situation.
Yeah, it was like the lights made like a, you know, beautiful pattern and color.
I'm getting goosebumps. I fucking love
the way
that.
the rhinestones reflect. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna take a quick little break.
Take a little break.
While we're breaking, we'll be back in like 2 minutes. But while we're breaking, I want you guys to think about like your earliest memory and like share it with us.
Yeah.
Like what you think that means, because I think it means something.
I actually remember all the way back to when I was a little cum in my dad's balls.
Oh my god, me too.
I remember the trip to the vagina and up the.
We're fast.
Up the.
We're fast ones, eh?
What happens once you enter there? It goes to
the anal. Oh, that's the wrong one.
That's why I was like. I was like, where am I? Where am I? Where's the butt?
Oh my god. Okay.
So we'll take a little break and then come back and talk about our memory swimming as cum.
So what were we talking about? We were talking about death, hell, journey. Oh wait, we'll talk about science now, like 444 and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I love it. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. Cunt. So
hi, Mr. Cunt.
Hi, Mr. Cunt. Happy birthday,
Mr. Cunt. Happy birthday to you.
So that was my first earliest memory, which is kind of iconic. You know what, actually? I think I also remember.
What?
I think I also remember like womb moments.
Really?
I'm
Okay,
not
that's
gonna lie.
that's like pretty out there. That's
No,
pretty
but
out there.
it's not like
How out there,
it's not a
like-
memory. It's not a memory. It's like a feeling.
Okay.
It's like it's like a darkness. It's so weird. It's so weird.
I mean, I've been to a yoga studio that like they called like they had like different
Yeah.
rooms, and one of them was called the womb, and it was like it was designed to make you like feel like you're in that like safe, beautiful, like dark and cozy place and stuff, and I thought that was really cool. But to be honest, it must be like
It sounds scary.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe that's like
swimming
his-
around in fluid, like no, like
Well, baby.
Right.
Baby.
baby.
That's every Friday. So we're on a fluid.
But yeah, so you're a baby swimming around in fluid
Yeah.
before you become an adult who chooses to swim around in fluid.
But okay, maybe that's why like kids are so afraid of the dark when they first like come out.
Oh.
Because they're like,
Oh, I
don't
thought it
wanna-
was just because they're stupid.
Well,
Like I remember
maybe.
all my irrational fears that like didn't make sense and stuff.
Yeah.
All my fears now like kind of make sense. Like you know, like
Might
you
make
know,
sense, yeah.
like apocalyptic stuff. Like you know, like yeah, you know, some things that's like there's some validity to those, you know, anxieties and concerns and stuff. But
Yeah.
for like fucking kids,
Yeah.
like you stupid idiot. Like I wish I could just like save myself some like heartache and of my like younger child self
Yeah.
of like worrying about like things like the dark. My
Yeah.
family used to like I used to another signifier of who I'm to become in the future. My parents used to I used to sleep with a disco ball like that was my nightlight. I needed to sleep with a disco ball.
Are you fucking kidding
I'm
me?
not even kidding. I
Bitch.
remember it was one of the ones that like it's like a black ball and then there's all those multicolored lights like sticking out, and I could not
Oh, the
sleep.
fiber optic things?
No, it looked like a ball with a bunch of holes, glory holes in it,
Nice.
and like shining
Also-
out of each hole
also
was a
alluding to
different
your
color.
future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I just saw a
That's
bunch of holes
cool.
dancing around.
Nice.
But like yeah, that was my way to like go to
God.
sleep, and that also still like carries on with me today. Not with like light.
Yeah.
Like I don't need pitch black. I need it to be dark, but I always need like some sort of sound. I need
Right.
I need like the sounds of one time I was fucking a guy,
Yeah.
and then he slept over, and then I was just like, do you mind if I put on some sleep music? And then the next morning he's like, he referred to them as lullabies, and it made me feel like a big baby. Like you know, but I mean you're a big baby too, because
And
you
the-
need sounds to sleep.
Well, the sounds that you do, they're probably like screamo, like
Move, bitch! Get out the way! Go to sleep! Go to sleep now!
that was you were just on FaceTime with me.
But we like called each other,
Yeah, you were
like
just-
leave our phones running.
Oh my god, yesterday was
tuck
so
each other
funny.
in.
We were
Go to
literally,
sleep!
we were literally rhinestoning these outfits yesterday on FaceTime for like an hour and a half, like totally separately together, but like my corner of like my head was like in like the thing, and then like you eventually were like somewhere else, and then it moved, and it was just so funny.
Yeah, it's like sometimes we're on the phone with each other, but we're like both like just doing our own thing. Like,
yeah.
And you like look at the phone, and it's like, oh my god, like we've been on the phone for like an hour. You know, we're talking about business, we're talking about stuff, and then sometimes like you'll just take a shit, or like I'll just
Oh,
be,
yeah,
like, or like
literally.
I'm just like cooking and stuff, and like I feel like your bestest friends are the ones that you like completely disregard while you're on a phone call with them. Like imagine if you didn't really know that well and you did that. Like
I mean,
like just like some silence on the
don't
line
know,
for a
I
while,
think-
but not awkward.
I think like when it comes to like really good friends, like you can be doing your own thing together.
Yeah.
Which is like my favorite type of friendship, because like, you know, if I have like Selena or like Jenna here, like I have things to do, like they'll just like be here living their best lives, having fun, and then I'll come down when I'm ready, and like we'll like hang out, and then I'll go back upstairs and do something, because like it's so hard, you know, feeling like you have to be like on 24/7 when you're with people.
And like our jobs can feel like, you know, 24/7 sometimes and stuff, and luckily
They are,
luckily
fuck.
the you know, the people that we spend a lot of time with
Respect that,
around
yeah.
our work respect that and like know that and recognize that, because you know a lot of people clock into work and then they clock out,
Yep.
and then they're like,
we cock into work.
Yeah.
And we never cock out.
We put our cocks away and then go into work.
We cock out. Yeah. Cock
We cock in. We cock in, cock out. What time did you cock in today?
Oh God. Oh my God. Today was a doozy.
Well,
oh my God.
I woke up at 8 a.m. to get in drag this morning.
Yeah.
But by the time I cocked in
by the
is
time
cocking
you
in like officially like when you tuck? Or
I think
like
it's officially when you
like
tuck.
start the
It's
drag
when you
day?
tuck. It's when you tuck. It's when you tuck and you're going on stage or doing like whatever you're getting into drag for. I'm obviously not all people tuck, but like we do. So
Yeah.
that's our cock in.
Yeah.
That's our cock in.
Yeah. So if you don't cock in and cock out with your tuck, what's your official cock in? If you're an untucked,
I would say like honestly like before I go on like I okay. Obviously you have to put the makeup on. You know, you have to do the hair. You have to do this. There's so many things.
I put on lipstick now, baby.
Yeah. Like we put in so much work to like getting this look. Whereas like rhinestoning, like buying it, like having people over to help, getting a wig styled, deciding what makeup we're doing, taking time to do the makeup, transport, all that shit. Like that's bullshit, right? But it's part of the job.
Yep.
But I think the first time you cock in is when you feel like you're doing it. You know what I mean? When you're
Right.
feeling like when you feel like it's finally just beginning to start everything that you've done for the past day.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
that may be like the first time I step on stage and talk to somebody. That'll be like the first time I like go on stage for my number. You know, being at the podcast right now, sitting down and starting it, that was my cock in. You know,
For me, it's honestly when I start my makeup, I'm like, okay, this day is not for like me and myself anymore. It's for, you know, the things that I have to do.
It's for work. It's for
for work. Luckily, our work feels like so much fun.
Yeah.
You know, but like for me, the second I start,
it's when
like,
the business hat goes
when
on.
I start gluing my brows, that's when I feel like I'm cocking and I'm like, fuck, I have
Time
to like
to
start gluing
yeah.
things onto my body, like say goodbye to the comfort.
Yeah.
Like the pains, bring them on.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, actually, that's what I'm clocked in.
Yeah, that makes
clocked
sense.
in,
That makes
yeah.
sense. I feel like that's definitely definitely it. And also too, like people don't realize that the next day, like you gotta rehydrate. You gotta get the, you know, the crusty dusty mascara off of your eyes that you left there for, you know, sleeping in it. Like
It takes days. It takes
does.
days.
It does take days.
I literally the last time I was in drag was what, Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's Friday today.
Yeah.
And this morning still, I'll randomly wake up and there'll just be like new black mascara or eyeliner that's leaked out from my eyeball.
It's like
days
where did
later.
this come from? Like where did this come
Yeah,
from?
it's like my eyes are coming. They're sad.
They're sad.
It's like sad.
They're like, let me grow my mustache.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and you know, it kills your confidence when you look in the mirror, like, and you see yourself after you take your drag makeup off, but there's still some left, and you like,
my God.
like Lady Gaga's
Fuck.
our pop album, not our pop, Applause, like the
Oh,
with
yeah,
all the
with all
smeared
the
makeup.
that's
Every
us,
time I
literally,
take
that's
off
us,
my
that's
makeup
us.
off, I'm like, I live in the Applause.
Oh my God. But we do have a busy day today. We have a photo shoot after. The photo shoot is actually we're gonna partly use it for the album cover for our podcast,
Yeah.
which we're very excited about. It might honestly it might change a little bit or it might not. Who knows? But we have a really cool concept. And then we have a show, and it's all Y2K themed, baby. All Y2K
God,
themed.
yeah. And you know what's cool?
What?
We were actually live for the Y2K.
We were.
There's like people who are adults now that were
Well,
like not
think about
alive
it. Think
for the
about it.
Y2K.
You weren't alive for the 80s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I guess people who are a little older than us would be saying the same thing. Can you believe somebody was born in the 90s? What are the chances?
Literally, no. And like honestly, that's the existential crisis that I'm getting. That's the thing that's like really like fucking with me. I'm not gonna lie. Like the whole like, oh, you know, people were here, people were living, like this happened. Like some people weren't alive. I was talking about this to you yesterday, but people weren't alive for like 9/11. 23-year-olds. that are conscious right now, go to university, have their degrees, are in the workforce.
God. Imagine us in medieval times.
we'd be like...
I would hang out with the queen and be a jester. I would just be like, girl, protect me. I'm going to put on my makeup. I'm going to dance around for you. We're going to have a great time. I'll hang out with the bourgeoisie. It's going to be great.
That potato famine would have got us.
What's a potato famine?
When they were like, no more potatoes.
Sorry, I've never read a book.
It was, the potato famine was when, like, people really heavily relied on potatoes to eat. I think it was in the UK. I think.
Oh.
I don't know. It was when they really relied on potatoes to eat and to, like, get nutrients and, like, actually survive. And there was, I think...
Well, look at all the great potato creations that have come out of that.
Yeah.
You know, like, same with bread and wheat and stuff. And milk.
Yeah.
Like, you know, milk being pushed on our
I mean, I feel like, obviously, now we have, like, agriculture. So it's not going to, like, you know, and nothing's going to go too crazy. You're like, yeah.
Yeah,
I love agriculture. Yeah, for sure.
Totes for sure. Agriculture.
You should do for content. You should do Cher's speech in Clueless.
Which one about her dad's RSVP party?
Yeah. That was actually the fun fact. That was actually a Drag Race Canada's Drag Race thing. I don't know if I can say that actually. Can I say that? I think my NDA is up.
You can say whatever the fuck you want. This is your podcast, honey.
That's true. My NDA is up. It's fine. But like we had to like do that.
Your NDA because you were just on the most recent season of Drag Race.
Yeah,
Top secret.
Yeah, I believe it's March 14th. Everybody.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my
god. Same. I can't wait to like.
Allegedly.
I just got pregnant and I got to leave for a few months and I'll be back.
I'm having a home birth in Taiwan. I gotta go, guys. Fuck. But yeah, I think.
Have you ever seen a live birth of a cow?
I was
or a human?
I was gonna make a mean joke, but yeah. I was like, I wasn't there for yours. No, but I haven't. Oh wait, I've seen a giraffe and it just fucking.
Really? It just like slides out?
It's like it's literally like it's like an animation or something.
Do you have your iPod?
iPad? I don't. Damn it.
God damn it. Where the fuck is the iPad?
Too bad Rachel's
just when
here.
I need it.
We're useless right now without our straight lesbian.
I love how we have like our emotional support lesbian Selena.
Yeah.
And then we have our straight emotional support lesbian.
It's okay. We'll turn her. It is a choice after all. So
yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I mean, like, if anybody would want to choose to be gay or queer, I would say it's like people who love drag. Like I've heard people say, be like, God damn it, I hate being straight.
Yeah, well,
and I'm like, you should.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, but I don't know. I think that's where the intersectionality really happens, right? Because you don't have to be queer to enjoy a queer experience.
Exactly.
You know, like we're the queer experience. You know, we're doing it so that other people can enjoy it.
We're the queer experience.
We are the queer. We are the
just
only.
Us.
Yeah, just us.
We're the only queer experience.
Us dressed up as slutty Y2K.
My father, the inventor of the queer experience.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break. We will be back. We promise. I'm gonna just go finger myself for a little bit.
Bye everybody. We'll be right back.
I have a really bad story. So I was going to a place that's like probably 35 minutes away from where I live.
Okay.
And Canada. It was in Canada.
Yeah.
And I went to go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And in traffic, it took me an hour and 5 minutes from here, which was it was like 4 times the amount of time.
Yeah. It sounds like a person who owns a car kind of relatable thing.
Yeah, so if you own a car, slay. But if not, it's fucking awful. So I go and, you know, I drink a lot of water. And I went to Sobeys to get my girl dinner, which was Red Bull and a protein shake. So I'm driving, you know, I'm having my protein shake, having my Red Bull, I'm ready for the gym, I'm ready for dance, I'm good. And halfway through, I'm like, oh god, I have to pee really bad. But I'm like, it's fine, we'll make it work. I have never had to pee so fucking bad in my entire life.
Did you do the dance?
I ended up parking, and I couldn't get to the inside the gym before, so I took my protein shake bottle And I pissed in it.
You pissed in it?
I pissed in it.
Oh my god. Girl, I'm not judging. I say
And I threw it out the window. No, I'm just kidding.
well, what did you do then?
It's still in my car.
Well, thank God we're taking it out.
I'm waiting to like throw it out. I'm waiting to throw it out.
I used to hang out with like college boys, like when I was like in my identity crisis, like maybe I just want to fuck them all.
Yeah.
But like I'd be hanging out with like a bunch of college like bros and stuff, and like they straight up like I met boys who were like too lazy to go to the bathroom. They'd piss in a cup in their room, and then like leave it out and everything. I have a funny story about that. One time my dad...
Did you drink it?
No, I showered in it.
I used it as perfume, yeah.
I douched with it.
Ew.
So when I was a kid, my dad wanted we need to go to a gas station bathroom.
Okay.
So my dad takes me and my little brother inside. He's like, "Hey, can we use the bathroom?" And they're like, "No, you can't." And he's like, "Fine." And then we all went and pissed as a family on the side of the building, like right outside.
You're all holding hands. I love it.
Yeah.
So that's fucking hilarious.
That's my PB story.
Oh my god.
But like, have you like done anything like freaky deaky in terms of like, because we're talking about freaky deaky spirituality stuff, so. Circling back, it's great piss talk.
Yeah, great piss talk.
Great piss talk.
Well, it's funny because when I was peeing, I actually spelled out 444. No,
not 666.
But I actually have I have to get my blood work done, so maybe I'll just bring that bottle instead of peeing a fresh one.
Oh my god! I brought a bag of shit to the vet for my dog.
Okay, is this a thing? I think I talked about this to you yesterday. But when you turn 50 in Ontario, you get a letter in the mail with a vial, being like,
wait,
shit,
I didn't know that part.
Being like shit in this, and it's for like
just automatic like.
It's automatic. It's like shit in it, and we're like, okay. So
you get your driver's license.
Yeah, you get your shit. You get your shit mail.
50, you get they're like,
you get that.
Send us your shit.
And it's like this vial, and I'm not sure if you send it back because they give you like return stuff. So I don't know if you just drop it off or if you have to send it back.
Imagine the postal man got in a car accident. Sorry, bless his soul. Like I hope he's okay. But also imagine he was covered in mail shit.
Oh my god. What a shitty situation.
Oh, sorry. I tried to stick a rhinestone on you like it's it. What a shitty situation.
What a shitty situation. Oh my god.
Sounds shit.
So, okay, back to science.
Science?
Yeah, oh my god, the movie. Have you ever seen Signs?
I've only seen Scary Movie 3, which is based off of the Signs. So, like, I feel like I've
seen... They piss out on their finger.
Yeah.
My favorite part, I want to do this for like a reel or something. I want to do one of us where we're like talking to each other, and then like every time the camera pans, like something that we're wearing gets bigger.
I love that.
Like like the hat. And,
or
like,
lashes. Our lashes
get bigger.
Like start with no lashes, we come back, then it's like bigger, and then eventually
it's like fucking that'll be fucking hilarious. I love that. I love that scene. Sorry.
Yeah, cut that out so we can surprise y'all with it.
Yeah, literally. Okay, so Signs. I used to like kind of be like, okay, like 1111, 444, like whatever. We grew up with like 1111 Make-A-Wish.
Yep.
But
my memory of that is Paris Hilton went on Twitter, like when Twitter first came out. She, every night, 1111 Make-A-Wish.
She would do that?
Every single night.
Oh god, your voice is really good with that. You should do Paris Hilton.
Really?
Snatch Game, yeah.
No, honestly, Gomic did it so well. I just
that's true.
I wouldn't even go there. No,
that's true.
No.
But yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Of course she would do that. Of course.
Yeah. So I was just like, okay, cool, whatever, 1111 and stuff.
Yeah.
1111 doesn't jump out to me as much, but like 444 is something that like pops up all the fucking time.
444 well, it used to be 1111 for me. Back in the summer when I was like going through like a like transformative experience and stuff, I saw 1111. And I was like, okay, this means that a new start is coming. It means that something is new, and a lot of things are going to be like let go in my life, and I knew it. And I kept seeing this like number everywhere, to the point where I was like,
stop it.
Yeah, to the point where I was like,
stop.
Yeah, I was like, stop following me. Like, oh my god. But I I knew the parts in my life that I would have to let go of, but I just didn't want to yet.
Okay.
So, but every single time I saw 11,
what did you need to let go of?
So I was in a relationship that was fine. Honestly, it was fine, but it just like wasn't like serving me anymore for what it needed to. It wasn't serving both of us. So there was that, and then I was also like, oh, but I'm comfortable. I want to like stay in it, and like just a whole bunch of other
and
like
he's servicing me.
Yeah.
It's not serving me, but he's servicing me.
Exactly. But it's just a lot. It was a lot of like things, a lot of mindsets, a lot of mindsets, but also that. Yeah.
Sorry, I just
when it telepathically, fuck yeah.
I got fuck on the brain.
But yeah, so like it was a lot of like, you know, kind of routines that I had to let go of, a lot of, you know, this and that I just wasn't really ready to yet, and then eventually when it's probably outside or something probably dropped upstairs. It's fine. Yeah, it's just.
Sorry, it's not. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna cut into the story because
that was a sign.
I don't know what the sign is, that we're running late for our next thing.
Yeah.
Well, like we just heard a bang in the apartment, and was it a week ago today? No, a week ago.
Yeah.
Last Saturday, I think.
Yeah, it's been about a week.
So yeah. So like I come home from a brunch.
Yeah.
And it's about 4:30, and then all of a sudden I start hearing banging on my windows and doors. I start hearing voices telling somebody to come outside. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but I do remember it being fucking scary. I remember you being on the way to my house, but I also remember looking at my phone and looking at the time, and it was so weird when I started calling the police. I'm hiding in the bathroom. You're outside my apartment, already on your way.
Yeah.
Like everything was like, I just remember like looking at the clock and being like, it's 4:44. Why does this feel so scary? Because usually 4:44 is like it's always at a really positive moment in my life, or like you know, it's like I've always associated with angels. I don't know if that's what it actually is. Somebody's told me that, and I've like ran with that. But this felt like the devil, honey. It didn't feel like the angels, you know. Yeah. So I wonder what like that sign was. Maybe it was just the time of the day, and maybe sometimes it is. But here's the thing with a lot of these like, you know, coincidences and numbers and stuff. Yeah. Yes, they could mean something. Yes, they could not. I don't think we'll ever know. We'll never know. You just gotta like put your trust in the universe and stuff, and look for those connections and learn what to like leave behind, like what to like read into more, and like, you know.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, like the signs are a form of energy. Right, I think that they are, and just like how anything, we're a beacon to what we
indicators, warnings, compliments,
exactly,
whatever it is, just all signs.
And I think that's why it's so important to have a certain mindset, have a certain kind of idea of what you think that sign might be, interpret it however you want to be, but also be honest with yourself, and then project the energy out, being like, oh, I'm thankful that something reminded me of this specific thing that I'm doing right now that I know needs to stop.
Now it's up to me.
And now it's up to me.
Now it's up to me to take that sign and
run with it.
And run with it. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of like people who are like
yeah, I love it.
I know how you feel about that. How do you feel about people who are like, oh, they're an Aries, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like what about actual signs?
Actual signs. Like, okay, I have a really good, I have an opinion on this. If it weren't so true for Tauros.
Taurus?
Sorry, I said the Pokemon.
There must be some Tauros in the atmosphere. Yeah.
But I think if it weren't for the fact that like every single Taurus that I met has been like awful.
Oh.
Not awful.
My ex
awful.
is a torso. A
torso. A headless torso. That's how you met him on Grindr. Yeah. But yeah, I think
my ex was a Toro. I prefer the clovers.
Yeah. No, seriously, I don't know. I think I can get along with Taurus and stuff like that, but I can't be like super good friends with them because there's just something fucking annoying.
Okay, so you're one of those people like
I'm not, but it's just like that's like proving it to me.
Okay,
so I have one.
I've had enough like proof in the pudding.
Yeah, that I'm like
I want a different dish.
There's like a pattern, but every other side, I'm like whatever.
I feel like you should never let that limit yourself, though.
No,
like,
I won't. Yeah.
You know, because like sometimes I'm like, life is also like what you make it, and it's also like, you know, like I don't think people are like doomed to be their the exact like traits of their sign.
I use it as a flirting opportunity.
Yeah.
I use that as a flirting.
I feel like asking what's your sign is like...
It's like, oh, so like, what sign are you? And then they're like, oh, this, that. And then I like look it up and I'm like, sex compatibility. Or like something.
I mean, like, I'll do that if I'm like, starting to like see somebody or whatever. Like, I'll look it up and I'll be like, no, I don't want to like poison my mind with like, I mean... But then again, like astrology, I have some friends who are like really into it. Like, I'm not saying I'm not into it, but like there's
I'm into it when it's convenient for me to. Like that's just the tea.
I have some people like where it's like oh, hardcore. This is happening in the stars, so I'm not doing this today, and I respect that. I respect all people who practice any religions as long as long as they're not like a dangerous cult.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Or preaching.
Oh my God, cults.
Homophobia.
We should talk about cults in one episode. That would be fun.
We can pick up this chat. And talk about cults, but like, what is it? Are we in a cult? Isn't drag a cult? Are you thinking about Amish people? Okay, is it okay to laugh at Amish people? I mean, they'll never know. Like, they'll never see this. They'll never see this. So like,
okay, I'm gonna tell you the story that I told to end this podcast, and we'll pick it up. We'll do cults next time. I think.
Okay,
I think. Stay tuned for some juicy cult info.
Sign up for our cult.
Sign up for the cunty cults. But yeah, so I went to Belize. This is like one of my like big outings. It was when I was like very young. I was 16 years old, and it was like the biggest, amazing thing that I've like ever seen in my entire life. We went to different like tropical like rainforest reserves. I went snorkeling. It was like, for me, it was eye-opening. It was really, really fun. So to get to these excursions, we'd usually have to go in a like a car, and one of the resort tour guides would drive. And as we were driving, we passed this like Amish settlement in Belize, of all places. Like, it was so random, and it was right beside a highway. And so he was like, yeah, so those are like, that's the Amish people over there. And he's like saying it in like a really thick accent too. And we're like, okay, cool. Like, hi, Amish people, like, whatever. And we can see.
Is that how you? Hi, Amish people.
And they hissed at me. No, I'm kidding. And then, so I'm like,
get your TikTok out of here.
yeah. I do a TikTok dance in front of them. They start throwing rocks at me. But I was just like watching them. And they're like, it's like far away, so I just see them. And we're like, that's really cool that there's like an Amish community in here. And he's like, yeah, they keep getting hit by cars though. and all
I
don't
want to laugh at that.
I don't want to.
But that's hilarious.
All of us, we're in the back like, what? We're like, what did he just say? And the way he said it was like, oh yeah, like how like deers sometimes like hop in front of like cars. And we were like,
is it because they're Amish, like they have a bad sense of direction or something? Or
I don't know.
Like they're denying the existence of cars and technology. They're like, no, it's an illusion. I'm not buying it. I'm gonna carry on my path.
It's not funny. But
it's sort of
like Amish people.
Oh my God! Imagine like a show where like we went Amish for a day, but like tried to do like our drag routine with like what would you do? Like,
are they allowed mirrors?
I don't think a mirror is technology. I don't know. Let's do some research
and
next episode. Amish people breaking Amish.
And there was another situation where I was at SeaWorld, and some girls like Amish dress got caught. And it got like ripped off. So she left the roller coaster like when they kicked it.
I can't cry. I have to work today.
And like she was like holding herself like that. Like all of her friends were like, ah. And I remember being like losing my.
Okay, that's really sad, but also just. I mean, like honestly, you can. That's the fun thing.
I feel like Amish people get the short end of the stick like so often, but it's like sorry, the short end of the butter churn, and I feel like. They'll never see this. They'll never hear this.
They'll never see this. They don't know what a TV is.
They won't know.
Yeah.
They won't know.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fuck.
But like, okay, like, do you think that like Amish people should have the chance to like go like?
They should affect. We should. We should.
Should we like show up to Amish places in full drag and be like, come to the other side. This is what it looks like.
This is the gay agenda. Yeah. Use technology. Here's a vibrator. Have fun. Like. Oh my god. I wonder. Sorry.
We're going to hell.
We're going to hell.
Speaking of which,
speaking of hell, there is a hell, and
there is a hell.
We'll see you there.
We own 51% of
We own
it.
51% of this hell, and we'll see all you fuckers there.
We wish you well. In hell! Oh, I'm Sunshine, by the way.
Oh, and I'm Saltina, the creator of hell.
Okay, bye. Your mother sucks cocks in hell.